I was in the United States Army for active duty from 2004 until 2010 in Fort Drum, New York. It's home of the 10th Mountain Division. It's one of the most deployed divisions in the United States military. I spent my entire career in upstate New York and then deployed twice with the 10th Mountain to Afghanistan. I did a 16-month tour in 2006 to 2007, and then I did another 12-month tour in 2009 to 2010. I got out that year afterwards, and yeah, I kind of needed some assistance and stuff like that, and bounced around for a while, and eventually landed here. Jody and I got talking. She found out I was a veteran, and she knew that I had been through the VA and that I have a disability rating and so on and so forth. So she kind of asked me to come on as an advisor for Project Solomon, just to get lay of the land on how to deal with veterans, basically, ways to approach them and so on and so forth. I involved in the program, established a relationship with a horse, and it actually brought out a lot of issues that I thought I had dealt with in the past, and I realized that there needed to be more healing on that. It was a new experience. I didn't realize horses were that in tune with human emotion, I guess is the best way I could describe it. It's not a human that you're talking to. And for a lot of us guys, that can be an issue sometimes, especially if it's another non-veteran. It's hard, it's war. It's, you know, unless you've been there, you don't know. The horses, they don't judge you. They don't talk to you. They don't tell you something that you're thinking about or doing is wrong. They're just there, and they listen, and they respond, and it's just on a level that you can't really get with another person. Healing from trauma is a continued road, and this was part of that path, and I wouldn't be with my family the way I am today or who I am today without going through Project Solomon.
The feedback that we've gotten from our veterans about Project Solomon has been truly astounding. To see that interactions with our horses has really helped them build a sense of well-being into their lives. Some of the feedback I've gotten is I've slept for 9 hours straight, and that's very unusual. Or it's helped give me a new lease on life. I no longer have those suicidal intentions or those thoughts that I want to carry through on. And so it's really just been amazing to also see how these veterans have felt accepted by the herd. And I feel like that's a really key point, that they're looking for a place to belong because they have such a strong brother-sisterhood when they're in the military, and then to come out and they kind of lose that. So it's really nice when they come out here and they feel that connection with our horses.
3 in the morning one night, I heard this noise and I woke up, and it's hard to explain, but something was going through my head and it just started speeding up, and I started panicking. I just started panicking, anxiety, and I thought I was having a heart attack. They took me up to the hospital, put me on this monitor. There was no issues, there was nothing wrong, you know, and then that's when I first heard, man, it's anxiety, PTSD. I went about my business, and then a few months later, it would kick in. I mean, I had some bad episodes, really freaky, just like, oh, like it wouldn't go, it wouldn't leave, it wouldn't leave. Your first thought is, oh, this is it. I'm gonna die right here, you know. I didn't know what to do about it. I just realized, since being out at HopeWell, some issues that I've had buried, you know, and I remember you had to go to these funeral details, and you had to stand there and be as professional as you were expected, and then listening to all the crying, all the sorrow, the 21 gun salute, and then taps. It's like the saddest song I know. And then you had to hold that in. And there was times that tap started playing and then people started crying, and it was the hardest thing not to. You'd want to join right in. You felt everything, and you had to hold that in and then walk away and then carry it all these years too, you know. It just wasn't one time, it was like every day. And I think that detail lasts like 6 months, so I was dealing with that every day. It wasn't for HopeWell, I think HopeWell kind of brought that to surface for me, you know, something to deal with. And I was able to handle that better.
When Kent came out here, it was really cool because he came out with the idea that being in nature is going to just be so refreshing, and being able to have opportunity to be with horses, which apparently he hadn't had before. So when he came out and actually got to go into the field, he said he was nervous, but he was a natural.
They welcomed, those horses welcomed. Sensed whatever I had going on inside, they sensed that and took it away. It was amazing. It's that quick. Kept going back every week. 5 weeks, I think the program was. And I kept going back, and it got better and better. I sleep through the night now. I used to get up 3-4 times, maybe get 4 hours of sleep a night. I'm sleeping right through, which is a true blessing. It gave me more of a positive outlook on life. Unbelievable what they've done for me. I mean, just through their kindness in themselves, not just the horses or all the animals. They're wonderful. I can't say any more than that. They're just wonderful and giving, caring, sharing people, like what we're all supposed to be about, you know.
So Kent had a need for a vehicle. And so I talked to Ty, and we were able to find a truck and donate that truck. And Corey Garrett from Garrett's Garage in Beale City, he said he would do the work for us as a gift. And the Wademan VFW donated $1,000, and then some local families chipped in. So we were able to provide him with a new truck. We did a big fundraiser out here called Hog Heaven for Heroes, an event for veterans. And we were able to buy him some new tires because we were able to host that event. We are so honored to be a part of what's happening in Kent's life. This vehicle, it represents, I believe, so much more than just 4 wheels and an ability to go places. It's going to carry him places that maybe none of us have ever dreamed of. And I'm so, so excited for Kent.
Man, it's unreal. They donated that vehicle. I just got it on the road. They made it road worthy. They donations and prayers and everything else through all the HopeWell family. I call it the family. I love that place. I just love it out there. It's brought a smile back. It's everything. I've changed. I just felt the change from out there, from my toes to the top of my head. I mean, they help make my load lighter. I can only thank HopeWell for all that they brought for me and what they've done for me. I love them with all my heart.
Our mission and vision statement is all about empowering people to succeed through the redeeming love of Christ, and empowering people to just have those good goals in life. And our veteran program really ties in well with that, because a lot of times when you go into the military, they teach you how to be a soldier, but when you leave, they don't teach you how to not be a soldier. And so we want HopeWell Ranch to be a sanctuary for all veterans to come to feel loved, accepted, and valued for the service that they've provided, but most importantly, just for who they are.